thinking that that's what it was to be down. That's how these people are here, man. Whenever we're trying to teach them and give this knowledge with an understanding, man. No, I don't want to listen to that, man. I don't got time for that stuff. You know, and some of them will take it to a complete, different level on trying to fight and kill and things of that nature, man. All because we're out here trying to teach, rebuke, you know, being moved by the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, as it is instructed. Go on to the highways and the byways, man. You know, go on to the highways and the hedges and compel them to come in. All right, let me go ahead and bring that out. Salaki, give me 1 second. I can work with me. You know, it's a challenge being out here solo, you know. It's a challenge being out here doing the work for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, period. But even that much more when you're alone, man. So you brothers out there that have, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 brothers, hey, man, seal that thing up, man. Seal it up tight. Because that devil, the adversary, hey, seeketh whom he may destroy, man. You know, and just seal it up quick, man. You know. This is Luke chapter 14, verse 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and the hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. God, so that's our job, man. That wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is outside in the gate, man. The chief course, Salakia, the chief concourse of the place, man. All right, which is you know, downtown, or even where there's a major traffic, you know, where people are, you know, doing their daily trappings. That's where you're supposed to be, man. Sounding the trumpet. All right. If that's what you can do, you know. I ain't trying to go a whole different little subject, but you know, that's the point, man. That Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has sent us out. Wisdom crieth out in the gates, man. Which I'll bring that one out too. But it's going into Proverbs chapter 5, verse 13. And have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to them that instructed me. Right. You know, because then you're gonna be like, damn, man, well, why didn't I listen? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? You know, it's gonna be too late, man. All right, this is Ezekiel 33 and 30. It says, also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, everyone to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. Right? Because the Lord ain't out here directly speaking to you, so he sends out his men that he's chosen as servants to go out and be his voice, so to speak, to reveal the prophecies that are spoken of that are written in the scriptures. Because prophecy goes back to the word. You break down that word prophecy is to say before, pro being before. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, is to say. All right, or to say before. That's what prophecy or a prophet is. It's just somebody that speaks before something's going to happen. Man. Okay. It says, going back to Ezekiel 33 and 31, and they come unto thee as a people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For their mouth show, for with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. Right? What is their covetousness? What are these people's covetousness? What do they covet after? Their lusts, their desires, their flesh desires. That's why I was saying earlier, man, that you are your worst enemy. Okay? But that's what the Lord is conveying to you, man. Is that, hey, man, you ain't hearkening to the sound of the trumpet, man. You ain't listening to the prophets. All right? You ain't listening to my servants, man. So basically, that's what you're going to be like in that day. You're gonna be in a great horrific mindset, man. You're gonna be bugging out. All right. It says Ezekiel 33 and 32. It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice. All right, because a lot of these people, they know what when they hear me speak, when they hear us speak, Akim, they know what we're talking about is the truth, man. All right, because history always repeats itself, and there's always going to be judgment for unrighteous dealings. All right, unrighteous practices, injuriousness, injuries. All right, man, people that kill people, man. I'm talking about like, manslaughter. Now you got all these pedophiles coming out over there with that pizza, I forgot what it's called, that pizza gate. That's all through the scriptures, man. Showing you that this so-called Edomite, this cracker, is fucking the devil, man. Okay? But I'm gonna read it again. Ezekiel 32, 33 and 32. It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. Right, so like I said, these 2/3, y'all hear what we talking about, but y'all ain't doing nothing about it, man. Y'all ain't being moved in the spirit. All right, y'all ain't changing y'all's ways. All right, putting away the old man and being renewed in the mind into that new creature, man. Putting on the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is going to deliver your souls, man. Because, like I was saying, man, things are coming out, man. The judgments of the Most High is being put out on the earth right now at a great rate. I was watching Hawaii, and the island of Hawaii, man, they're about to be hit with a snowstorm, man. There's fires that going on over there in Tennessee. You got tornadoes going down here down south. There's all kinds of things going on, man. Jake being murdered on the streets again, like always, man. We're repetition, because that's how Jake learned, through repetition, man. You got to constantly keep telling Jake over and over and over and over and over for it to finally click in his mind, man. Because Jake doesn't get it at that one time, man. That's why Yahweh Shai is constantly beating the stick over you. All right. Going back to Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. Right. But at that time, it's going to be too late. To you Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. It's going to be too late for you, because you rejected the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You rejected that sound of the trumpet while the Lord was saying, seek thy creator in thy youth, right now, today. Seek him early, man. Not when the evil days draw nigh. Because that's how, a lot of people want to do too. They want to jump on board at the last minute. Right. And like I was saying, man, like the prophet Ezekiel was saying, is that when all these things come to pass, y'all gonna know that a prophet had been among y'all, man. Like I said, the word prophet is a man that says before, that speaks before something happens, man. Okay, so we're not out here for entertainment, even though that's what I think one of the elders, one of the IQ brought out the definition of the word spectacle was to be into as a form of entertainment, But what I'm saying is that we're not here to entertain you people. We're not here trying to beat to your entertainment, because you got all these things going on in the world, in y'all city, in y'all town. You got all these different activities, these festivities that are going on. Now you got the holidays coming around. You got Christmas coming, and all these people think everything's a joke, man. Everything that they see is like, oh, they make a mockery of it, man. Every idle word you shall speak, man, even if you don't utter with your mouth, if you conceive it in your mind, man, that's to your destruction, man. That's why Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai talk about let me get it, man. Tired of roughly paraphrasing all these scriptures, Give me 1 second to bring it up. But yeah, man, you know, this is all through prophecy that all these things, the Most High got his men out in the highways and the byways, you know, telling you people to get right, man, sounding the trumpet, you know, or, you know, basically just edifying Yasha Allah, man, the Akim, because that's what we're supposed to do, is to edify the brothers. But even us, we still got to be reminded, man. We still got to keep hearing this word, man. All right. This is Matthew chapter 4, verse 17. From that time, Yahweh began to preach and to say, "Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand." Right. So that's our job, man. We come in the spirit of the Lord. It's the same thing. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. All right. Like I said in John chapter 1, where it says that for the day draweth nigh, man. For the day is nigh. But what day is that? The day of the Lord's return, man. All right. I'm gonna go back to Proverbs chapter 5, verse 13, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to them that instructed me. I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation. I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly. Right, so you're gonna be, you know, in a horrific state, man. Why? Because like I kept saying, you know, through repetition, repetitively, because you rejected the knowledge of wisdom of the Most High, man. You didn't want to take heed to what we had to say. Right? Instead, you wanted to continue doing what you've been doing, being willingly ignorant of, ignoring the truth, man. Because you know the Lord, you know, He don't speak too good about a lot of, I'm gonna say the majority of the people on the earth, because the Lord is only dealing with the elect, man, the chosen of Yasha Allah, man, Israel, which is the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians. That's who the Most High is dealing with. He ain't dealing with the rest of you, man. That's who He has respect and mercy with, man. Is the elect, man, the chosen, man. Okay? No matter what you people think, you can make y'all's faces, you know, pop an attitude, pop y'all's lip, pull away the shoulder. I don't give a damn, man. I don't give a shit what y'all people think or say, man. You see? And that's the attitude your brothers gotta have, man. You know? But deal with it in wisdom, man. Be wise about it. Like the Lord said, I send you out amongst, you know, wolves, but be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. You know, because these people, man, they're retarded, man. You know, but you got to use wisdom when you're dealing out here and you go onto the highways and the byways. See, younger brothers deal with wisdom, man. You know, but you got to have that attitude, that spirit, knowing that, hey, man, you don't give a shit about these people, man. All right. Fuck them. Only worry about the brothers, man. The Akim. That's who we're out here to feed the brothers, man. To instruct the brothers, to remind them that, to remind ourselves that we are blessed, man. You see, we're blessed to have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. You know, they're not. You know, yeah, we're cursed, but at the same time, those curses are being removed from us, and we're being blessed, man. We're coming back into that first part of Deuteronomy chapter 8, chapter 1, man. Okay? It says, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 38. It says, but if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. And that's plain and clear, man. And that word ignorant just goes back to the word to ignore. All right? That's what makes people retarded and stupid, man. Is because they ignore instruction. They ignore knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. You know? That's what the Lord says, man. The word sadish. He says, my people are sadish people. Let me go ahead and bring that out. You know? This is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. Can you back up a little bit, man? Well, you got a question? Okay. Well, I'm speaking to my people right here. The Native American Indians, the Negro Latinos, and Native American Indians right here. We're the true people, the true Israelites in the Bible. Okay? That's what I'm out here for. And to speak about the imminent destruction that's coming over here to America. Right? The Third World War. Okay? Yeah. You got another question? Okay. All right, going back to what I was saying. This is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have not understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Right, they ain't got no knowledge, man. You know? But they're wise to do evil. And the prophet Jeremiah said that you're sottish as sottish children, man. That word sottish goes back to the word being stupid, man. Retarded. I didn't say it, the Lord said it, man. I'm just conveying, relaying the message. You know? What is in that movie the 300? In the movie 300, where it got when the Persians, Xerxes sends out as his messenger to Leonidas, all right, the Greeks, right? The Laodiceans, I believe that's what they are. You know, the Greeks, which were Hebrew Israelites, all right. When you go into the book of the second Maccabees. But anyways, that messenger was sent. That messenger was sent to Leonidas, and Leonidas didn't like what he had to hear, what was told to him, because in the old times the messenger came in peace. All they did was relay the message, but you couldn't do harm to the messenger. You see, but Leonidas ended up killing him, man. You know, but that's what I was going into, that whole paying the cost type, or examining the cost, man. Whether you be in this thing, you know, examine thyself, and really thinking ahead of time before you jump into something that you're not really sure of. All right, because things can happen, man. You know, this dude right now just walks up right in front of my face like, hey, man, what the fuck's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Are we coming over here trying to intimidate nobody, man? You know? This is, but like I said, 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 38, but if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Worried about that damn fucking whatever the hell he is. He's trying to come over here trying to intimidate. I've dealt with that before, man. People trying to come up, get right in my face, standing in my face, looking at me. Like if I like whatever, man. You can think whatever you want about me, man. This is I'm out here doing the work. So y'all by shimmy I was shot. You know? Like I was saying, man, the Lord said it through the prophet Jeremiah. They're as sottish children, man. You look up that word sottish, it means to be completely, you know, just dumb, man. Just stupid, man. Just not, you're not thinking. You know, because there's greater things to be thinking about than what food you're gonna eat, than what you're gonna wear, and how your house is gonna look, what kind of job you're gonna get, how much money you're gonna make, man. What you're gonna do that following weekend. There's so much more greater things to be thinking about than just that, man. And that's what everybody is thinking about. Now they're just thinking about Christmas. Now they're just thinking about the holidays. What are they gonna think? They're a bad child, man. They're spoiled, rotten child. You know, telling them to be good, but if you're naughty, you're not gonna get no gifts. That's all these people. That's what they put their minds to. That's what they think about. Is the world, man. Is the next car, man. What's coming on television tonight? What are you cooking? That's what they exercise their minds about, man. They ain't exercising the mind for godliness, righteousness, man, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's why y'all people get rebuked, man. That's why the Most High got his men out here telling y'all in y'all's face the truth. Whether you want to hear it or whether or not, man. The Spirit of the Lord is working, man. And telling you Edomites, the so-called white people, they're going into slavery, man. All right? You Edomites, man. That's what you're known as in the Bible, a biblical Edomite. The Hebrew Edomites, man. You know, and to tell my people, the Negro, Latino, Native American, you're a Hebrew Israelite, man. You're a child of the Most High, man. You know that, man? Yeah. You're a Hebrew Israelite, man. The Most High is about to return, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It is true, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we're the only ones that fit the prophecies of the Bible, man. Deuteronomy chapter 28. Check that out for yourself at home, man. Read the chapter, Deuteronomy chapter 28, man. It talks about the curses. of what the Most High's people go through. And you'll see, man, that we're the only ones that fit the prophecy, man. But these people out here, they don't know, man. But that's why the Most High sent us out to instruct them. To lead them into the ways of righteousness, man. Back to the old path, man. The good path. It's not even the old path. It's still brand new because truth never gets old, man. Truth is always reigns supreme, man. You see? Truth always reigns supreme, man. I'm tired of dealing with these goddamn people out here, man. Talking about, man, I'm worried about the elect, man. I want to draw in the elect, man. Seal up the elect, Lord will. It's going to happen one way or another. It's going to happen, and that's when things are going to pop off. You know? I ain't out here to make you fucking other people feel good, man. I'm out here for my people, man. I'm not out here for you two-thirds neither, man. I'm not here to entertain you. You know? Where was I? You get riled up, man. You kind of lose track, but hey, man, that's where you got to have that patience, man. You know, much experience bringeth patience, and you know how to control your emotions, regulate. You know, but sometimes, man, you get a little, you know, riled up. You know, I wasn't too riled up, but you know what I'm saying. You got one Edomite, two Edomites coming up, then you had a brother, you know what I'm saying, Judite. He was listening to what I was saying. He said it's true. He knows that, man. You know, the Lord will. He goes back and reads, the Deuteronomy 28 just to know that he is a child of the Most High, man. You know. Well, I'm gonna read Jeremiah chapter 4 and 22 once more. For my people is foolish; they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding.
God, you're so slow.
They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge, man. You know, they have no knowledge to do good. They think everything's a joke, everything's a game. You know, there's some bad times coming, man. You know, America's not at where it was 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 60 years ago. You know, the glory days of America when did it happen? In the 1960s, when they started coming out with all the television sets, the radio, you know, the old school record players. Cheers, they had a different episode of Cheers. You know, those days are over with, man. Everything's played out here, man. Ain't nothing but folly set up in great dignity, man. A lot of you people are gonna be destroyed, man. You homosexuals, you people that are into bestiality, y'all gonna be put to death too. You drug users, because y'all have not the knowledge of the Most High, man. Like it says right here again, Jeremiah 4 and 22. But to do good, they have no knowledge. They think that by opening the door, giving gifts is showing that they're good, man. Okay? They have no knowledge of the Most High, man. And the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what's going to deliver you, man. Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times, man. Not worldly wisdom, not your career, not your degree that you got in college or university. Okay? That's not what's going to deliver you, man. Okay? Or trying to piggyback off of a man that has, power in a certain city. All right? That's not going to get you anywhere, man. That's it right there, you know. I'm gonna go back to Proverbs chapter 7. I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman. Because the Lord talks about wisdom being as a female, man, as a woman. All right, wisdom is likened unto a woman, man. So this is your first love. You have to come back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, which is your first love, which is going to be the resistance against these false philosophies, these lies, man. Okay. It says that they may keep thee from the strange woman from the stranger which flattereth with her words. Right, that's talking about these other doctrines, man. All right, these certain men or women that come with their own philosophies, their own breakdowns. The Most High is going to keep you from that, man. That's the difference between us and them, is that we're wise and they're unwise, man. Though will through much experience, the Most High gives us the ability, the discernment between good and evil. And we know who the ones that are good and those that are evil. Okay? Because the ones that are good, they work as righteousness, man. They follow in the way of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. But even in all our righteousness, we're still as filthy rags. That's why we need Yahweh Shai to come back, man, to deliver us, man. Because if this place continues to go, it's gonna self-detonate, man. Everybody's gonna be a bunch of sodomites. You know, now they're doing they're doing that artificial. What is it? Artificial. I forget the word, but they injecting females with semen, and that's how they're getting pregnant. You know, the lesbians, they can have kids now if they don't want to lay with the man. You know, and that's what the Most High it got the true prophets back on the earth to tell y'all, man. These abortion clinics are going to be destroyed. These GMO companies are going to be destroyed, man. Monsanto is going to be destroyed. We're feeding our people all this garbage, man, all these seedless fruits and vegetables. The Most High, and the Bible talks about that, man. Not mingling seed with other seeds. That's GMO, man. Genetic modified organisms, man. What the hell's wrong with y'all, man? Feeding us that stuff, man. They got cloned sheep, cloned animals, and they inject the meat. They inject the meat with steroids, man. You know? That should make y'all mad, man. You Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, man. That should really rile y'all up, man. Why? Because not only you have to eat it, but your own children, man. You know, your own seed, man. Your own seed got to eat that stuff, man. You know? That's why we give all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Respect and honor and love to the elders, because the Lord had moved them to give us this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. To give us this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because nobody else was doing it, man. Instead, they were trying to find a different way on trying to deliver their people, man. Like through the Black Panthers. You know, now they got this Black Lives Matter movement. All right, you had different leaders in the world. You had Martin Luther King Jr. You had Marcus Garvey that tried to do it, man. But they all failed, man. Why? Because they weren't coming in the spirit of the Lord, man. We have to wait upon the Lord, man. That's what the scriptures say. We have to wait upon the Lord, man. All right. This is in the book of. You bring out the book in James. James 5 and 8. Be also patient. Establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. So we got to be patient, man. We can't lose patience and try to move in action ourselves, man. The action that the Lord requires us to move in is to rehearse the righteous acts here in the land of drawing water, which is the land of America, in our captivity, and to go onto the highways and the hedges and to compel those to come in, man. To bid them to the wedding feast, man. All right, because Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is about to return, man. That's what we're supposed to move in the spirit. Not to be carnal, not to be like these Black Lives Matter trying to march down the street and prove a point. Oh man, we come out here to seal up the elect, man. That's our objective. Our objective is to seal up the elect. The 144,000 and the women and children, man. It says, James chapter 5 verse 8, be also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door. Right, so we're not supposed to be like we were in the world, hating each other, hating on each other, talking shit about each other. You know, when we come into the fold, we're supposed to be helping, man. We're supposed to be nourishing each other up, building each other up, edifying one another. All right. To build. That's what the word edify means, is to build up. You know, not to cast down, not to throw it down and destroy. That's what they're doing out here, man. We're trying to build up the breaches of the house of David. Okay? It says, verse 10, James 5 and 10. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Right? They didn't look for a deliverance from another man. They continue to endure. They continue to go through that. All right, until waiting for the Lord's return, man. It says, behold, we count them happy which endure. We have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and tender mercy. Right? Because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that's who he's dealing with, man. And that's what he commands of the man, is to wait and to be moved, all right, in that, man, the spirit. And the patience is enduring suffering. Right, like I was saying, they didn't look for like someone to deliver them, man. They look to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai as their deliverer, you know, their savior. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 35. And this is going into the faith that the men of the Lord had, the chosen line. And I'm just going to jump off right there to prove the point in Hebrews 11 and 35. Women received their dead raised to life again, and others were tortured. All right. It said, and others were tortured, not accepting deliverance, that they might obtain a better resurrection. Right, and that's what we're looking for, man. Deliverance from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, to have a better resurrection, man. You know, to have a better, because when Yahweh Shai comes from the heavens, man, when the Lord comes piercing from the skies, it's going to be a great deliverance. You know, that's the deliverance that we should be looking for, man. Not deliverance from men, not deliverance from Esau. You know, trying to put on the spirit, the covering of this land. You know, there's democracy, which has got nobody nowhere, man. You know, this is leading you. It's going to just lead us into a third world war, man. But it's all prophesied, though. It's all through the prophecies, man. We're coming into the third world war, man. Whether it be through Obama or Trump or Hillary Clinton, it don't matter, man. Because that's not the ones that are calling the shots. It's the international bankers, man. The elites, the Bilderberg, the Rothschilds, man. The Kissingers, man. Those are the ones that are calling the shots. They're the ones that are making the moves in the world, man. They're the ones that always started wars, man. These elites, man. Those fake Jews that are over there in our land, man. Jerusalem, Yarashalom, man. Which means the city of peace. And that's us people, man. The Negro, Latino, Native American.